Welcome to another episode of Spirituality and Sexuality. And today we're talking about sex magic. And if you want to know what that is, you don't want to go anywhere because I have a very special guest that's going to break down what sex magic is. It has been my heart in this series that I educate you on what is and what isn't when it comes to sex and when it comes to sex and spirituality. I don't want you to have to wonder like I wondered and find yourself in spaces that you otherwise would not be in due to ignorance. So this series is special to me because it's going to educate you on the what and the what nots when it comes to spirituality and sexuality. That being said, do me a favor and watch episode 1 through 3. Check the playlist and you will be, I'll say entertained because it's a little interesting. I share all my business in this series. I'm tired of sharing my business, y'all. But at any rate, I share all my business in this series. It's really a candid conversation between you and I on what I feel are the ills when it comes to that intersection of spirituality and sexuality. All right. So do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now, sex magic. Are you up under the spell or not? Are you one of the spellcasters or not? We're going to go through all of that in today's episode. All right. Now we're going to run this quick commercial. And when I come back, I'm bringing my very special guest, Tarsha Howard, on. And she's going to break down her knowledge. She's a subject matter expert in the matters of sex magic. Be sure to, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll be watching and answering them as well. We are going live after this show, Tarsha and I. And we're going to answer all of your questions. We're going to get into all of the things of all the things. And before you get through with this episode in the live, you're going to walk away more armed than you ever have before. And before I get into that, it ain't just bad. Some of y'all need a little magic in the bedroom. We're going to talk about all of that and more when we come back from the commercial. I'll be right back. I would love for you to join our email community. In the description box of this video is a link. You click it, put your name and email address in the information, press submit, and you are going to be a part of our email community. But guess what? You got to check your spam box because there's a double opt-in. So you got to confirm that you truly meant to sign up. Would you like to be notified every time we go live? There's a simple way to do that. Join our free text club. All you got to do is text V Terrell Hill to this number, 833-458-3658. You just text it. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, this is the last announcement, and then we're going back to the content. I am gifted to help people become their best self, and I want to offer you a free consultation. There has never been one person that has had a free consultation with me that did not leave better than when they came, all right? All of that information I just went over is in the description box connected to this video. All right, let's get back to the content. I have a very special guest. Never been on the show before, but we call her friend of the show, Tarsha Howard. She's going to be sharing with us about sex magic, all right? Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let somebody know we're on. Tarsha, how are you doing today?
I am doing fine. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you for availing yourself. I'll give a little backdrop before we let you go free, flow free. The producer is well connected with your platform, and he was like, "You got to watch this lady. Got to watch this lady." And I didn't in the beginning, but when he sent me your voice was the foundation upon which we built the abuse series on. And then after
Wow.
we released the last episode of the abuse series, I was listening to you in the kitchen, my mom and I, and the way you broke down the sexual relationship and the magic that was created or casted on me as it relates to Larry Reed. The producer and I said, no, we got to get her on here. All right. So
Yeah.
that's why you're on today. Introduce yourself and tell us your background and how you got into this knowledge of sex magic.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Tarsha Howard. My social media handle is Tarsha Global, and I have a platform right here on YouTube, and it's called Tarsha Global. And I am a prophetic voice and thought leader. And so on my platform, I engage and I bring forth my knowledge and my many years of spiritual experience to the forefront so that I can help and change people's lives.
I love. Now, sex magic, all right? There ain't it's impossible to be able to talk about it as you talked about it, and you don't have any personal experience with it.
Well, in my experience, it basically was the fact of being in a relationship with someone and you just cannot shake off that there is something wrong. And after going through much prayer and meditation, and then being exposed through church, through the realm of deliverance, I was opened up to a new world to learn that people can use sex as a way to control and manipulate people.
Wow, wow.
And that's sex magic.
And define sex magic. Is there a specific definition for that?
Well, there is no set definition, but this is the definition that I came up with my research. And it's basically sex magic is a spiritual, the key word is spiritual. It's a spiritual exchange of energy
Hmm.
to achieve a desired purpose.
Okay, let's slow down because this is an educational platform. A spiritual exchange of energy to
Yes, a
achieve
spiritual exchange of energy.
a desired purpose.
Purpose.
Now that sounds intimate to me.
Yes,
Am I just a hopeless romantic? Like that sounds good.
yes.
No?
And that is where the magic comes in at.
Okay.
Because the magic cannot happen unless the two become one.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, now we're going off script here, but can it happen through a lot of conversation as well?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, sex magic starts off through verbal communication.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny you would say that because I had a conversation with somebody one time. Some associates at a dinner table, and the guy was talking about something. Well, I don't let everybody in my bed because I don't want to exchange spirits. And I was looking at him, and I said to myself, "It's interesting because you're sitting at this table with me, a stranger, and it's the same exchange of spirits. It's according to how intimate the conversation goes." And I don't think
Ye-
we realize there are a lot of people that are celibate but have been mind effed
Yes.
all up and down the streets.
So the spiritual exchange of energy is done to achieve a desired goal. And the problem with sex magic is normally one person is more domineering than the other and has more knowledge of the power that sex has. So, normally with sex magic, the victim is not aware of the potency that sex can affect on their life.
Mm.
And then that is also where grooming comes in,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
because you have to be wooed under the spell. And
Mm.
that comes through words, that comes through conversation. And then when you are drawn in, the door has already been opened. You're already under the spell, because when a spell is cast, right, it is done through words, verbal incantations.
So really, the actual physical act of sex is the culmination of the spell. It's not the beginning, it's literally the end. It started with the sweet sound of their words.
Yes, because you have to be drawn in. See, in the South, they have hoodoo. And the purpose of hoodoo from our ancestors during slavery was to create a folkloric magic system from Africa to
Yeah.
begin to draw things into us for survival.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, okay, and we're about to run out of time for this segment. Good God Almighty. All right. So now you did one identifier of sex magic is a power dynamic is not balanced. The power dynamic's not balanced.
Yes.
Are there any other identifiers that sex magic could be a thing between a relationship?
Yes, because one person cannot live without the other. It's a codependent situation. And even the domineering person at some point will be under the subjection of the one that's the lesser,
Okay.
stronger one.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. So it's not so the person that's casting the spell is looped up in it as well.
Yes, and this is where it becomes both parties are under a spell. And it takes one of the parties to actually have it broken for it to dissolve and for the soul tie to also be removed so that both can move on in a particular direction in their destiny.
Yikes. Okay. So what's the difference between a simple soul tie and sex magic?
Well, sex magic is an entire ritual. When you meet somebody, there's soft, kind words. Then it leads up to the intimacy of longer conversations. Then you decide to be intimate sexually. You light candles. You're setting the mood of music. And within that mood, there is a spiritual exchange that's happening. But when there's a sex magic along with a soul tie, it is very, very potent to the point where one person will take on the personality of the other. They're like twin flames.
Mm. Mm. Now, okay, I have a world of questions because in the third segment, I'm going to ask, is that so bad? But before we get into that, first of all, like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying, I know you're enjoying this. If you're enjoying this, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I am so grateful for my very special guest, my good sister from the up north, Tarsha Howard, speaking on sex magic. We're going to run to a commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to listen to a very interesting testimonial or story or an account of someone who I believe was up under the spell of sex magic. And then when we come back, Tarsha and I is going to discuss it and see. Oh, this is good. You're going to enjoy this. All right, like, share, subscribe, and comment. We're going to run the commercial. And then after that, enjoy the story of Traverse. We'll be right back. I would love for you to join our email community. In the description box of this video is a link. You click it, put your name and email address in the information, press submit, and you are going to be a part of our email community. But guess what? You got to check your spam box because there's a double opt-in. So you got to confirm that you truly meant to sign up. Would you like to be notified every time we go live? There's a simple way to do that. Join our free text club. All you got to do is text V Terrell Hill to this number, 833-458-3658. You just text it. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, this is the last announcement, and then we're going back to the content. I am gifted to help people become their best self, and I want to offer you a free consultation. There has never been one person that has had a free consultation with me that did not leave better than when they came, all right? All of that information I just went over is in the description box connected to this video. All right, let's get back to the content.
My name is Travaris. I am 32. I also go by the name of Princess Carter in the Atlanta drag world. I am also the CEO and all things creative for Ryan Cardi House. How I got in drag, I started off by attending a birthday party. The birthday party was in the theme of turnabout. In the drag community or the gay community, turnabout is an event where all the guys come as girls and all the girls come as guys. At this party, the best transformation wins a prize, and a few people can perform in their alter ego if they want to. So me and my best friend at the time, we attended the first party, enjoyed it, had a good time. The second year that it came around, we were like, we're going to perform. Let's pick a song together and make it happen. After that, one of my friends recorded the video, posted it on Facebook, and then a drag queen that I know reached out to me and was like, hey, you should come do talent night at Burkhart's at the time. It was called Burkhart's. I was like, no, but she asked several times for me to do it. And if anybody knows her, like I know her, she don't beg nobody for nothing. So I did it. I lost. And I kept going back until I won. And once I won, they put me on the cast with the headliners, the big name girls that were on the late night show. And I did that. And from there, I have been doing drag for 7 years. How did I get the name Princess Carter? Well, at the time, I was in a toxic situation that I thought was a friendship or a mentorship or a relationship of some sort that I guess I believed in and trusted. And it turned out to not be that. And it became a sexual relationship. And in that time, he used to call me his little princess. And so from there, I just took the name Little Princess and just created Princess. I'm a huge fan of Beyonce, and I don't know why I feel like Blue Ivy is my cousin. It's my good girl. I love her. And so I just, Princess Carter. And here we are, making lemons out of lemonade. Wait, making lemonade out of lemons. Yes. What I was looking for out of this mentorship relationship, I wasn't looking for it. At the time, this person was dating my best friend at the time. And so because I was always with my best friend, in that time period, My parents went through a divorce. I ended up homeless. And in that homeless journey, I ended up moving in. It went from me spending the night one night to just never leaving. And so in that time span, the boyfriend came to the picture. They were dating. I loved him, thought he was a great guy, very nice, very wise, very smart. And we just connected and bonded. On my end, it was very much friendship like. It was very much, he's a few years older than me, so it was very mentor like and helping me with like my resume and just helping me to kind of mature and grow up in life, and kind of really made me feel like he believed in what I had going on in my life and wanted to see me thrive and grow. And so in that, I trusted him with all the things, including my life, me being insecure, me not knowing a lot of things, me being kind of, I guess, naive, adolescent. And he took that and ran with it for, I guess, the betterment of what he really wanted, which, from what it seems like, was a sexual relationship. Was I sexually active before I got into this relationship, friendship situation? No, I was not sexually active before I got into this mentorship relationship thing. Um, he was actually my first everything, my first kiss, my first everything. He was my first sexual experience across the board. As far as my life is concerned, who I am, how I grew up, as far back as I can remember, it was just church. Like, I will tell anybody that I was raised in church because that's all I know. 3 services on Sunday. We had a rest day on Monday sometimes. Tuesday was choir rehearsal. Wednesday was Bible study. Thursday was choir rehearsal. Friday was Bible study. Saturday was either a tent revival, an outreach, some kind of rehearsal for a holiday revival convention or something. My dad was over the prison ministry. My mom was in the choir. I was in the children's choir. I was also on their step team, on their drama ministry. Whatever ministry that kids could be a part of, I was a part of it. Yeah. I don't having a life outside of church, I don't really remember any of that. So, yeah, was him going to church or being in church or being religious one of my attractions to him? No. I actually wasn't physically attracted to him. I enjoyed him being a friend. I enjoyed him being a mentor. I enjoyed, in the beginning, gaining the knowledge that I gained from him. What attracted me to him was someone finally gave me attention and made me feel like I was beautiful. And I don't ever remember a time where I was consistently affirmed. Um, just growing up and, I don't know, needing approval, needing, to hear good job, or, I never knew what it felt like to be the cute guy in school, or just even being wanted or being attractive to somebody. I never knew that feeling. And so my confidence and self-esteem was below the pits. So when I finally found someone who made me feel like something, that was addictive to me. Like, wow, like, this is what it feels like to be beautiful. This is what it feels like to be wanted. He told me that I was beautiful. He told me that I was a beautiful guy, and he just sold me these beautiful dreams. And I think I was more so just in love with that. Somebody wants me. From what I understand, he was heavily involved in the church. He was a star pupil in his church. Um, Very popular, it seemed. Very respected. Um, Churchy, love God like we all do, and goes to church. Was he a part of the ministerial staff? Yes. Yes, he was a part of the ministerial staff. How did it end? It ended twice. Um, the first time it ended because my heart was heavy. I believe in my heart of hearts I'm a good person. And I do know right from wrong. I was very aware that even though my best friend at the time didn't know about it, I knew that I was hurting my best friend. Like if he knew this, he would be hurt by me doing this. I was addicted. I was addicted to somebody wanting me and giving me attention. You sold me this dream that if it wasn't for this person, we would be married. And like, we're sharing like fantasies and secrets. And I'm learning all these things. And like, a guy is kissing me and a guy is touching me. And like, things that I've never felt before, I'm able to experience them and experiment if I like them and if I don't like them. And all these things are happening, but I just wasn't happy. And so on my 25th birthday, that night, I finally got myself together, moved into my own apartment, had a roommate. My roommate took me out for like drinks and dinner or something. And while we were out, I just was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I wasn't happy. Which there were things that led up to it. Like he proposed to my best friend the day before my birthday. I didn't know that was coming, and I had to sit through that proposal because I'm the best friend, so I'm supposed to be there. Several things that just led up to it just being it just became too heavy, and I told him, like I said fast, but I kind of told him the basics of I lost my virginity, I lost it to this person, and I'm sorry. I received a long text message from the boyfriend cussing me out. Why would I say something? Why would I do this? Like he wore me out. But I needed to let that go. But yeah, that was the first time. So telling you about the second time, I still need that feeling. I need somebody to want me. I need somebody to tell me that I'm beautiful or I'm attractive or that you want me or that you love me, or I need that and I can't find it and nobody's giving it to me. Nobody's showing me this. And you're here with open arms. So it's bad, but here we are again. And I promise not to tell this time, and you promise not to tell this time, and let's do it again. And so we did it again. How did the second time end? It just faded. It was just over. And I think what made it, I guess, easier for it to be over was me and my best friend's friendship officially ended. And so now anything negative that I'm feeling, any hurt, any sadness, any anger, any confusion, I'm feeling it towards the both of them. So it made it easy not to want you because now I feel like I have that you're not there. So I am clear that this hurt me or I didn't like this or you used me. And I just remember the fiance saying, I saw an easy target, so I took it. I manipulated him to get what I want, and I got it. And that felt like a punch in the face. I think that was the first time that like I realized, Travaris, you're stupid for doing this, or like, why don't you see that you're better than this, or why don't you see that this is not what being affirmed looks like? This is not what love is. This is not what leadership is or mentorship. This is not what chosen family does. This is not what somebody stepping in place and being like a gay father or a gay parent. This is not what they do or not supposed to do. You need to believe in yourself more and value yourself more because this is what you've accepted and this is what you've allowed. Because of the affirmations that I thought I was getting and what I was willing to allow, what I was willing to allow was ridiculous to me. Now that I look back on it, I didn't care about any outcome of this. And this is also in a place of me not being educated on all things health. So the most that I know about sexual education is from high school, which was mediocre. And I remember my church at the time that I was attending, we had like a purity conference. And so one of the days of the purity conference was like, having those. I learned about there was some kind of STI or STD, like a cauliflower. I don't know. But just like the scare tactic to keep you from having sex before marriage was big. But having conversations about HIV, AIDS, any kind of STD, STI, any of that. And so I'm not really asking questions. I'm just taking the risk. I think I know this person, but I don't know this person. And so whatever happens, I'm okay with it because I love him and he loves me. And he told me that if it wasn't for the person that he's with, he will be willing to run away with me. And I believe that. So it doesn't matter because if anything does happen, it'll happen with him because I love him and he told me that I'm beautiful. How often were me and the partner involved sexually? I'm really big on trust. It's important to me to have trust in people, for people to believe in me, trust what I'm saying. Um, People really believe in my good character. And so I have built a trust so well with my friends that I could spend days over his house and it not be questioned. And so, like, to the point where I could spend the night at his house and sleep in the bed with him and the friend didn't question it because the trust was there. We kind of had this family dynamic where once he became like my gay father, that's what it was. And so anytime that we were together without him, anytime, it could be I'm gonna take him to work and then we're going to church together, but before church we go anytime, any time of the day. Anytime. I can't even, literally anytime.
Woo! Good googity moogity. What a story. What a story. We're going to get into this. Before we do, like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you are enjoying this, put in the comments right now, I am enjoying this. Put in the
I
comments
am
right now,
enjoying it.
I am enjoying this. It's a great conversation. Tarsha has been a wonderful guest in educating us thus far on the power of sex magic. Tarsha, do you believe Trevoris was up under the spell of sex magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Explain, break it down.
Well, the main key that I came across was when he said that he had a lot of voids. He was insecure. Um, he felt like he wasn't beautiful, and he didn't find his place in life. And that, in my opinion, was a void and a weakness that the mentor used to their advantage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would add the spiritual mentor,
Spiritual mentor, yes.
which makes it worse to me. What is the profile of a likely sex magic predator?
Number one, they know the laws of the spirit realm. They're usually stronger in their faith. They normally know how to utilize visualization. They know how to use spoken words,
Mm,
and they know how to recognize through discernment the weaknesses in someone else that would even allow them to go beyond a certain point. And it's all to create one key element: to manipulate, control, and to dominate.
jeez. Now, what is
Yes.
the profile? I'm not even going to touch that. We could touch that in the live show. What is the profile of a likely sex magic victim?
Normally, every sex magic victim, including myself, we all had one thing in common. there was a vulnerability that was not healed,
Mm, mm,
an unresolved issue
yeah.
that we never dealt with, which was a wounded soul.
Yee.
Everything starts from the soul level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that is where Travaris, I believe, that was his main reason for becoming a victim of this type of abuse.
yeah, yeah. That's I and I forget it was episode 3 or 4 of the abuse series. We did a whole episode on the void. If you find a victim, you'll find a void. Point
Yes.
blank period. How is it so easy for this to happen in spiritual spaces though? Like, and maybe I'm just closed-minded to my own experience, but when it comes to spaces of education, or you know what, I got it, it's power dynamic. Any space where there's a power dynamic imbalance, there is room for sexual exploitation.
Yes. 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 And that is where in our society we are actually groomed from birth to remain in an inferiority complex type of mindset beneath those who are our leaders, and it opens us up to become victims in areas where we should be safe.
Correct, correct. How can sex magic be used for good though? Because we've talked about it in this negative
Oh, I can
conversation.
tell you right now how it could be used for good.
Oh, do tell.
So when we are, first of all, sex was intended for the law of attraction. You've never heard this before. When you are intimate with somebody, let's say you want a car, and you and your husband, you and your wife, you're making love, right?
Yeah.
That's the perfect time to visualize the brand new Benz, Mercedes, BMW right when you're about to get an orgasm. Why? Because sexual energy is the highest level of spiritual energy on earth to burst through certain realms to bring that which you desire into physical manifestation. So, an orgasm is the highest level of creation that we as humans are able to create with another human being or with ourselves that will allow us to bring things quicker into physical manifestation through visualizing at the same time of an orgasm. You would be very shocked that a lot of influential, powerful people do this to
Ah,
bring forth many things very quickly. In 30 days of a couple having a healthy sex life with good orgasms and visualizing what they want, there's no reason for two people to remain broke. Because if y'all both there visualizing the same time of an orgasm, things supposed to be popping off. That's
because
the
you're
time
wide
to
open.
manifest.
You're wide open. Your spirit is wide open at that
It's
very moment.
wide open.
You've lost control. I
Yes.
get it. I get it.
Yes.
So the situation is so what I'm hearing is it's not necessarily about it happening. It's who it's happening with and how to protect yourself from it happening. Now, did we even get into that? How much time do we have? I tell you what, we're going to run a whole segment in the live show about protecting yourself and opening yourself. What are the key indicators for when you should open yourself to the power of sex magic and when you should close yourself? We're going to talk about that in the live show, and I got some thoughts on that myself. Is sex in and of itself magical, or does the intent to create have to be there?
Sex in and of itself is magical, and there's always an intention to create, whether we know it or not, because we are spiritual beings having this physical experience. So even if you decide that you're gonna do nothing, then that's what you're creating, nothing. You went in there with the intention of creating nothing. So if you're gonna do it, why not create something?
Create, since you're doing it, create something. I love that. Listen, if you are enjoying this, put sex magic in the comments if you're doing this. Sex magic in the comments if you're enjoying this today. We're going to take a quick break and then we're coming back. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Share this. Let folks know that Tarsha and V. Terrell Hill is on talking about sex magic. We'll be right back. I would love for you to join our email community. In the description box of this video is a link. You click it, put your name and email address in the information, press submit, and you are going to be a part of our email community. But guess what? You gotta check your spam box because there's a double opt-in. So you gotta confirm that you truly meant to sign up. Would you like to be notified every time we go live? There's a simple way to do that. Join our free text club. All you gotta do is text V Terrell Hill to this number, 833-458-3658. You just text it. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, this is the last announcement, and then we're going back to the content. I am gifted to help people become their best self, and I want to offer you a free consultation. There has never been one person that has had a free consultation with me that did not leave better than when they came, all right? All of that information I just went over is in the description box connected to this video. All right, let's get back to the content. And we're back. My God, I've really enjoyed our subject matter expert on sex magic, Tarsha Howard, a friend of the Safe Space platform, being with me today, talking about all things sex magic. If you missed that last segment, what you missed was go have sex for 30 days with your partner that you're aligned with and watch what happens next. All right. I believe that all things placed on the earth can be used as a tool to move forward. We be asking God to do stuff that if we just got knowledge, we could do ourselves. And I hope that you guys have even the quip about, I was talking about like the masturbation. I put my right hand, and I'm sorry, Tarsha, you got to get used to this platform. I just say whatever. I be trying to help people, Tarsha. Let me tell you this. I think that masturbation, I'm not going to tell anybody to not watch porn, but what I would say is every once in a while, masturbate without porn and be one with yourself. Experience how you feel. I talked to a guy one time. I said, what be going on with your body while you're masturbating and watching porn? He was like, I don't know. Because the reality is you be so focused on the image, you're not one with your body. And so I've used masturbation without porn to become one with me. I put my right hand on my chest in that climax, and I affirm, especially if things are not right, you are going to be all right. So I am a witness that with masturbation doing that, it's powerful. I can only imagine how powerful it is if I do it with someone that I'm aligned with. So Tarsha, you want to
Wow.
laugh over there. You're all right, Tarsha.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you're already on the track of sex magic, so
Well,
that
I was a
sounds good.
sex slave for years. I ought to know something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, what Denzel Washington, I'm going to leave here with something. So I gotta be, no, that's real. And people don't know. Somebody came to me, why you doing this sex series? I've been through enough to be able to help somebody else not go through it. So
Mhm.
there you have it. All right, let's get into for segment 4. What would you tell the person who believes they're up under a sex spell or sex magic?
Number one, they have to identify their voids. Because once they identify the voids and the wound in their soul, then they'll identify why they're even going through that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be the first thing. They have to identify and work on their soul. It's a
Mhm.
process.
Yeah, I love. So the reality is, if I'm hearing you correctly, the spell sits in your void. So to cast the spell, you work on the void.
You work on the void, and you get to work on it without any regrets. Because see, a lot of people, the reason why they stay in these under the spell, they beat themselves up. No, move forward, forgive, get the healing in the void. And once the void is healed, the spell is broken, and you look at that individual like, what in the heck was I thinking?
Right. Right. I love that. I got it. So the question is now, what I always say when it comes to sex is not first consent, then second alignment. So you get consent first, and then after you're sure, everybody's on the same page, alignment. Is this person aligned with me? Is this
Yes.
person the same material as me? And so
Yes.
I love that because that puts the power in the individual's hand. You look at a person, you say, do I want their energy?
But some people don't understand is everything is neutral. It can be used for good. Like I
Mhm.
gave you the example about a couple and you want to manifest things
Yeah.
for the good, but then it can be also used for bad,
Yeah.
which is the controlling, the manipulating, the stealing the other person's destiny and all that stuff. That's two polar opposites. We have a choice. Choose wisely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what I would say is, especially if you have close friends or associates and you talk, 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 talk all the time, every once in a while take a break. Air
Take
your
a
soul
break.
out. Let
Take
that,
a break.
yeah, let that tie loosen up
Yeah.
a little bit. Give it some air. That'll
Yeah.
teach you a lot about yourself. That'll teach you a lot about who you connected with. That'll teach you a lot about a lot. If you wonder if you're up under sex spell, sex magic, step back a little bit. Step
Yeah.
back a little bit.
Step back and give yourself time to be able to understand that you have to also continue whatever it is that's going on, whether it's good or bad. And if you don't speak to the person for a certain amount of time and they start having negative reactions, perhaps the break was to show you that this may be going in a direction that I don't want it to go in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's real too. That's real. I think that I absolutely agree. And I don't think that we discuss enough about the discussion, the energy exchange that happens with discussion. And we
Yes.
don't discuss that enough, but that's real too. It's almost like a cleanse of the cord to make sure
Yes.
that the cord stays cleansed.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
talking, but I hope I'm putting y'all on game so that you don't go out there being not being smart. Right? If you got these close relationships, every once in a while, take a break from them. Clean out the cord. Check out where you are at. You always around people. You never ever spend time by yourself. That'll let you know a lot about a lot. The person that I was bound to, Tarsha, used to say to me, I would go out of town, say to me, "Oh my God, I missed you so much. I had to go smell your pillow."
Wow.
Jesus Christ. And they'd
Wow.
be like, "Well, did you miss me?"
Wow.
I mean, no, not like that. I ain't trying to smell nothing like that. So, yikes.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
Yeah.
Because when how you know when you're really under spell too, the
Mhm.
person is nowhere around and you smell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, okay, I'm starting to smell this person."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they ring your doorbell or
Oh,
they're
yeah.
saying, "I'm on my way."
Yeah. Or a text message because that's what happened to me. It crossed my
Yes.
mind, like, shoo, and I'm like, oh, they're about to text. And sure enough. Yeah, that's real. And it don't have to be bad, but it don't have to be good. You gotta
Hmm.
check. The reason why I'm allowing this conversation to go on because I need to make real sense to you in a practical space.
Yes.
There are
That's it.
people that you like, well, nah, I ain't on a sex match. I ain't had sex with them, but you talk with them enough, you've been effed a lot and you don't realize it. And the only way to truly, right, it's a mind effing. That mind, when that mind get effed, and let me tell you this, you can say all you want about how, well, I would never do this, I'll never do that. The person that you have become intimate with conversation already got you in their bed. It's just a matter of time.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So watch those who want to connect with you and talk, 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 and make sure that whoever that is, it's someone that you don't mind sleeping with, male or
Mm.
female.
Now that's a good one.
All right, like, share, subscribe, and comment. We're going to be right back with closing thoughts. All right, thank you, Tarsha Howard. I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you for availing your mind and your spirit to the Safe Space with Victor Hill platform. We're going live with Tarsha at 8:30, y'all. 8:30 is going to be good. Real quick before we go, Tarsha, how can we get a hold of you?
You can contact me on Instagram at Tarsha Global and right here on YouTube at the Tarsha Global platform on YouTube. And I have an entire channel with so much information. You can reach me over there.
I love, I love, I love. And her links are in the video description box connected to this video. So you can go down there and click it and get all you need for all you want. All right. After we come back from the break, I'm going to give you my final words about how I feel about all these shenanigans. And then I'll see you guys live at 8:30 p.m. We'll be right back. I would love for you to join our email community. In the description box of this video is a link. You click it, put your name and email address in the information, press submit, and you are going to be a part of our email community. But guess what? You gotta check your spam box because there's a double opt-in. So you gotta confirm that you truly meant to sign up. Would you like to be notified every time we go live? There's a simple way to do that. Join our free text club. All you gotta do is text V Terrell Hill to this number, 833-458-3658. You just text it. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. All right, this is the last announcement, and then we're going back to the content. I am gifted to help people become their best self, and I want to offer you a free consultation. There has never been one person that has had a free consultation with me that did not leave better than when they came, all right? All of that information I just went over is in the description box connected to this video. All right, let's get back to the content. Wow, what a show. I am moved by, first of all, the information. When you receive informations, your insides get formed to truth, and it will keep you away from darkness. And that's what happened with us today. I am a victim of sex magic, and I've made a vow that since I survived, I am going to do whatever I got to do to make sure that you don't go through it, or you can use me as a marker to say, I can get through it. All right? Connect with people. Open up your heart. Trust people. Take chances. Take the risk. Don't be afraid. It's one key point indicator that I heard throughout this episode. The people that you open up to, lean on, that you're not afraid to be with, are you aligned to them? If you are aligned to them, then it's okay to be assigned to them. And if you find yourself assigned to them and you're not aligned, then look for the void. And if you do that, there's no weapon that's formed against you that's going to prosper. There's not a valley too low or a mountain too high. There's no storm that can rock you if you stay conscious to who you're connecting with. If you think you are in a sex magic space, check your voids. Where is the void? That should be the question that you ask yourself at least once a week, once a month. Where is the void? And that will keep you from all abusive situations, all right? I appreciate you for watching today. We're going live in a couple of minutes at 8:30 p.m. I'm going to put the link in the comments so that you can come on over there and get ready. Bring your questions, bring your agreements, bring your disagreements. Also bring your like, share, subscribe, and comments, because that's important too. I want to also thank our very special guest, Tarsha Howard. She comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. And then she has a very special series called Scam for Jesus, Lose Your Soul. And to connect with her YouTube channel, check the video description box for the link inside of that. I also want you to join my private community. It's where we really get into all the things. Click the link inside the video description box for a 7-day free trial. You can DM me. You can be a part of the prophetically styled prayer and intercession. You can be a part of our Thursday lives. We do a second and fourth Wednesday conversation with the culture inside of Safe Space and a whole bunch of other stuff. Join my email community and text when we go, text to be notified when we go live, and all that information is below, all right? I love you. I appreciate you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments or DM me. Until the next time, or rather, in a couple of minutes, see you. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I really, really, really want to connect with you, all right? I would love for you to join our email community. In the description box of this video is a link. You click it, put your name and email address in the information, press submit, and you are going to be a part of our email community. But guess what? You got to check your spam box because there's a double opt-in. So you got to confirm that you truly meant to sign up. So as soon as you sign up, about 3 minutes after, check your spam box and let these people know this ain't spam. Would you like to be notified every time we go live? There's a simple way to do that. Join our free text club. All you got to do is text V Terrell Hill to this number, 833-458-3658. You just text it. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658. I am gifted to help people become their best self, and I want to offer you a free consultation. There has never been one person that has had a free consultation with me that did not leave better than when they came, all right? All of that information I just went over is in the description box connected to this video.